I have a question for you. Aren't you sick of setting the same year's resolution every single year? Of having the same list every single year, just rewriting the same things every single year, feeling disappointed at the end of every year because you haven't achieved any of those things, and just feeling this deep sorrow because you envision in your future that you have all those things and you're happy and you're successful and you're healthy. Like, I'm just sick of that.
I never stop to see you cry.
I read somewhere that the difference between successful people and unsuccessful people, well, there are a lot of differences, but this one in particular is that when successful people have an idea, or like the people who become successful, when they have an idea, they execute. Like the minute from the idea to the execution is very small, comparing it to people who become unsuccessful or unsuccessful people, because they have an idea and then they think about it for the next million years before they execute it. And you, my friend, are exhibiting that same behavior. You're writing the same year's resolutions over and over again, and you're not actually executing. Or you stick to your New Year's resolutions for 2 months, and when things don't become successful in those 2 months, you give up, and then you call that execution. Like, where's the consistency in that? And even if you're consistent like for 2 months, like 2 months is not a long time. Better yet, have this mindset that you're gonna stay consistent with your goal until it becomes true, like until you get what you want. Like, unless when you start trying the thing, when you have this idea of I would like to do that, and when you're actually doing that and you don't like to do that, and then you can stop. Because like there's no shame in giving up, but there is a shame in giving up when you're not supposed to, like when you not yet ready to give up, when you're giving up for the wrong reasons. Yeah, that's a better way to put it. There's a shame in giving up when you're giving up for the wrong reasons. And the wrong reasons are, well, this is never gonna be successful, this is never gonna blow up, I'm never gonna make money. Instead, all the excuses you use here. You have watched so many videos on YouTube on how to lose weight, on how to start a business, on how to start a blog, on how to start dressing up more impressively. But yeah, you have spent a lot of time and sorry, and a lot of energy trying to figure out how to do that. You might have become an expert at this point, like you know every single thing there is to know about starting that business. Like you know what to get the equipment, you know how to make, like you know every single thing. But here's the thing, you haven't done anything to get in the day. Like you literally have been researching and now you have all this information, but where is the execution? Like what is the, are you gonna watch every single video on YouTube that has been posted about that particular idea before you execute? And also, like what do you think is, like what is that doing for you? What do you think watching those videos is actually doing for your life? Because if you're setting the same goals over and over again, that means your life still hasn't changed, because you still want that and you still haven't taken action to get that. So what are you gaining from these videos? Because you know, watching self-help videos is the bomb.com. Like it feels good, it is great, I highly recommend it. But there has to be a point where you're like what am I actually gaining here? Because you know, starting a blog, and watching other people start blogs, not the same thing. Like, not the same thing. Moving to a new city and doing all the research about that new city, not the same thing. It's just not. And you have to stop watching those videos and calling it being productive, and you're doing research and you're not ready yet and you don't know enough yet. Like, just do it already. Like, do the damn thing already. I mean, I know it's hard, it's scary, but it's never gonna not be hard and scary. You're always gonna be scared to do this thing until you do it consistently, and then you're like, oh, it's not that bad. But like sitting here and watching all those videos, no. Mm, no. And another thing, like, success is not in the future, because you have been putting off all those plans. You're sitting here and you're like, well, in the future I'm gonna own a business. But like, what is the future? Because okay, the year is gonna go by, and the following year you're gonna be like, well, in the future I'm gonna have a business. Like, well, what is this future you're talking about? And you like taking your goals and you're making them these like lofty dreams that you have in the future. And if you keep doing this, the future is never gonna come, because like, literally, this is the future. If you want your future self to have a business like this is where you start. You have to start here right now and start your business, because success is the progressive realization of what the ideal. So every time you show up for that business, that's success. Every gym session, that's success. Every study session, that is success. Every blog post you publish, every YouTube video you publish, that is success. It is the progressive realization of what the ideal. So like, all the little steps you're taking along the way, that is success. And that is not in the future. That is now, that is here, that is today. That is you. Stop thinking about like all the what ifs. That is you not putting this off anymore. That is you not doubting yourself that you don't have enough knowledge to do this. That's you just starting. So all the ideas that you have right now, if you've been researching them for a long time, sorry, if you've been researching them for a long time and you have like a clue and you know what to do exactly, do it. And in the future, when you get an idea, just watch 3 videos max and get like the very basic information on what you're gonna do and start doing it. Just throw yourself in the deep end with that very little knowledge that you have. And while doing the thing, that is when you can be like, oh, okay, so like I'm facing this specific problem. And then you go back and you watch videos on this specific problem. And you do that as you go. And as you go, you learn, you grow, you progress, you listen and watch like more information to be able to make this thing as big as you want it to be. Like, decrease the time from the idea and the execution. Like, stop waiting a million years to execute. No, just no, like, no. And when you finally do execute, you're gonna become this person that, well, not immediately, but you're gonna be making your way to becoming the person that you've always envisioned, your ideal self, the person you've always wanted to be. And it's gonna feel weird, it's just gonna feel uncomfortable. But in the end, you're gonna get the life that you've always dreamed of. And it just starts with doing it. Doing that one thing, publishing that blog post, publishing that video on TikTok, starting your business. and it's all gonna be worth it in the end. So just do the damn thing, okay? Just do the damn thing. It's not as bad as you think. Just do it. Please. And thank you.